Hey everybody, welcome to my 5th preseason Alliance War for Season 3. This time, Savage Squad is going up against VNGLT. We've seen these guys before in past videos, and I think, yeah, it's going to be an interesting war. This is, personally, one of my best wars ever. I do fully acknowledge that the nodes I'm taking are not as hard as some of the other wars I've had, but I was just very happy in general with this war because I was sort of deciding not to boost. You know that's a kind of a risk I'm taking just because, I do want to finish my path and everything, so boosting is important, but at the same time, we're in the off season, it makes a lot of sense to conserve items, so I don't know, I just made the call. It worked out okay, at least in this specific instance. So the first node I have is Enhanced Special 2, Unduped Mutant Mystic Champion. I was a little worried it was going to be like a Dormammu or an Unstoppable, so I just didn't take Envision. I should have. I wanted to save Spidey for a future node. Anyway, it was a Voodoo. No issues here. It was probably going to be a Voodoo anyway. So, I was safe with either Stark Spidey or Vision, but I thought, or not, what am I saying? Bleed. Oh, Archangel, sorry. I wanted Archangel to be my sort of lane clear, but I didn't get any good options because I thought maybe this guy was going to be poison or bleed immune. And, yeah, it turns out the next one's a Cosmic Champion. It's always risky. There's a lot of Cosmic Champions that are immune to poison, so I had to take it Stark Spidey here, too. This is the Enhanced Special 1 node. So, yeah, and cornered. So, what I have to watch out for, of course, is the shocks on my Special 2 as Stark Spidey, so it's kind of safer just to go with the Special 1, just in case on this node. You're going to be maybe in better shape. You never know. That 300% or whatever it is, enhanced power gain when they're on a damage over time buff is just really brutal. So I'm trying not to take block damage here, but I end up taking a 3 hits combo. That's not very nice, but it ends up working out for me. I get a parry in, I get my Special 1, that's going to stun him, and I go in for another 5-hit combo. I think, yep, it's just enough to get him down, so that's perfect. So those are the diversity fights there. They get me warmed up, and then I come to the all or nothing node. Now, I thought a lot about going in. I was almost positive this was a Kingpin, but in the back of my head, I thought it could be a Thor Ragnarok. And if it was going to be a Thor Ragnarok, I would have rather gone in with Vision, but I did enough thinking, and I said, you know what? No, I'm going to go in with Stark Spidey, and the plan is actually, it was a Kingpin, so the plan is actually not to try and bait out his special with Taunt. I think what they're thinking here is, oh, Taunt's not going to work because he's going to shrug off Taunt, which is true, but that's not my strategy here. My strategy is to kill him before he gets to 3 bars of power. And also you can I got saved there by Stand Your Ground, which I do keep 5 points in Stand Your Ground these days for that very reason. So anyway, I can see after my first 5-hit combo that this is going to be fine, that there's no issues here. If this was maybe a 565 Kingpin, we'd be in trouble. But you can always, I would be able to power drain him after his heavy, so not the biggest thing in the world. So Kingpin, not the worst placement there, but not the best either. And also, while we're talking about placement, Yondu on this node, I can see how he messes some people up, but I was feeling real good after that Kingpin fight that went really fast, and then I see this Yondu here. I'm like, okay, it's a 6-star Yondu. I know what to expect here. I've fought plenty of Yondus, and even though he's immune to all debuffs, I know exactly what I'm going to do, and I decided not to heal up, which, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. So it was it worked out for me. So I'm building up poise charges as normal. So sorry guys, I know you could probably sometimes watch some of my videos for some more unique champion gameplay, but Stark Spidey was just the answer for me this war. It was going really well. I get a little bit of an intercept there. Then I'm trying to bait out his Special 1. So all I got to do is just sort of stand back, get a poise charge if I can, but if I can't get a poise charge, just at least keep myself open so that he can throw a Special 1. So I'm just sort of tapping block and untapping block just to try and stay open, and then I get that Special 1 out, and I'm able to punish it with, wow, that was 5 crits in a row. That's that high crit rate because I'm above 50% still. Stark Spidey's signature ability, it gives him a pretty good crit rate when he's above 50%. So launch the Special 2. He's immune, of course, to the shocks. He's immune to the taunt, but he does throw his specials out anyway. Yondu's fairly liberal with his special one, so it's not going to be an issue. I can always punish it as well. And yeah, Yondu goes down. Much better than the Sentinel that was on that node last war. But speaking of Sentinel, on the Vigor node, I end up having another Sentinel here. So this is different. I have to read this Burden of Might node another time, because I was quite confused during this match versus the Sentinel here of why my power was draining so crazily. Now I think it's like every time I activate a buff or a buff expires, I also power drain. Somebody's gonna correct me in the comments as usual. Thank you so much for that. But I will read it. Don't worry. So don't feel the need to correct me here. I will get it read and probably explain it for the next war here. But yeah, I was losing a lot of power. So you could see that power drain. I know it looks like I'm generating more power too. So that's kind of cool. And I know that you guys will be able to read it on the side here, just so you guys know when I record this, sometimes I don't have the overlays on. I put those on afterwards. Anyway, my strategy here with Sentinel is not to limit his precision, or I looked at that and called it precision. His analysis charges. I don't care if they get to 100. I know they're going to get to 100. I just don't want to die. I don't want to get hit by heavy. I don't want to get hit by a special 1 or a special 2. So I'm obviously blocking these. I'm actually kind of hoping for one of those armor breaks he puts on through your block, because what that'll do is trigger my willpower, which is kind of nice. It gives you some extra armor and some extra regen right there. So I'm sitting here. Luckily, you know, he's got a lot of crit resistance, but Spider-Man with his poise charges has a lot of crit rate, an increased crit rate. So there goes Plagued Mind. That was just regular. I'm just sitting here like, God, I just need to launch a special. So I had to start making mental note, like I'm just going to launch whatever special I get, because I seem to be running out of power pretty quickly because of this Plagued Mind, as well as Burden of Might. And yeah, I get, you know, sort of lucky. I do get some crits coming in here. So you see those 3 crits right there was super lucky. That did a big chunk of damage, and I was able to get another stun, and I get lucky with another crit there. So I was aware that his power was getting close to 3, but I was not too worried about that. So I get a Sentinel down right there on the Vigor node. That's pretty good. I was pretty happy about that one. Stark Spidey, you know, not having healed him at all so far. That's pretty good. And I'm looking at a Science Champion on the Breakthrough Stun Immune node. So I was fully expecting Gladiator Hulk on this node. I've seen him here before. He's brutal on this node, at least for me, and I was really surprised to see Classic Spider-Man. So I was happily surprised though, because I know how to deal with this guy. Block damage for days. So I know what's coming up, at least as far as the rest of the war. This is the only fight I really needed vision for, because it's a bleed one, and you know, you guys know I run Coagulate and Suture, so I really could have gone in with somebody else, but you know, it's really nice to be able to just focus on not the bleed that's happening and focus on the rest of the fight. So Spider-Man was fine for me. I just doing 4-hit combos, so you can see here that I'm using specials using specials only when he's attacking me, right? So that if he evades, that I'm going to be a safe distance away from him, or it'll hit him and knock him down. So I'm just baiting out heavies, and I'm doing, you know, I can do 2 hits or 3 hits even, but not 4 if he is evading right away. But I'll only do a 4-hit combo into him. So if I actually do connect, the maximum amount of hits I'll do is 4. So I use that special there, and you can see I actually dropped some frames there. I think the phone was starting to get hot. A lot of fights in a row. And he gets me a 5-hit combo there. So I start with a light attack. I noticed if they do 5 hits into your block, if you start with a light, it's just slightly quicker than a medium, so less risky for them to parry you. So there we go. You'll see it, I think, once more during this fight. So he's getting pretty low. You know, Spider-Man's a glass cannon, and as a defender, he doesn't have a lot of hit points. So you can see me, I'm just eating the chip damage. It's not that bad. It's not a very, like, you know, attractive fight. I got kind of lucky there hitting that. There he goes. I tried to start it with a light attack again. You could see that, and it saved me there because he evaded, and I was able to back out. So anyway, Spider-Man goes down. No issues at all. That was a pretty fun little fight there. I really enjoy fighting against Classic Spider-Man. Oops, sorry about that. That was a notification. I'm not going to re-record this. So anyway, I got sent, the officers sent me to this Juggernaut here. I think they saw the Archangel, And man, that is exactly why I brought Archangel. I was thinking, oh, that Juggernaut. I hope they let me take out this Juggernaut with Archangel. The Kinetic Reactor mini-boss. I've done this fight with Archangel before. I know it works pretty well. The only thing that really tripped me up this time was this was a really long Unstoppable. I think this guy might have a high Sig level. So I get 2 bleeds. That's nice. It's not too bad. I don't get the poison there, but I do get 1 off this hit. So that was my huge mistake. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? And then I did this mistake because I was feeling cornered and I didn't realize he was going to come in like that. So yeah, this fight is not looking good. You can see I get hit. Not only that, I get hit again. Now I'm really in trouble. But luckily, Neurotoxin stuns him. I'm able to make some distance, and you're about to see some amazing comeback, guys. So here we go. Archangel for the win. I do a special 1. I'm a really big fan of his special 1 over his special 2. I get a parry while he still has Limber. I get some nice Neurotoxins on. I know he's shut down with 4, so I go in, and I'm awkwardly going in because I whiffed. That was not my fault. I mean, that's MCSC right there. So I'm able to use another special 1 to keep him at 4, so I go in again for another 5-hit combo. Look at him just melting, guys. This is Archangel at his finest. I'm doing 5-hit combos here because I want him... I wanted to keep him on the wall, and I wanted to stay there. You know, I didn't want to knock him down and then have to parry or something, and I just wait for him to go down. What a comeback. Very happy about all that, and I get the mini-boss down just barely. Just by the skin of my teeth there, I get out alive. So, luckily I don't need Archangel because it's Dormammu. The boss killers went in, they did some major damage, and I got lucky again. I get to sneak in and snipe this boss kill. I didn't even heal up Stark Spidey. The officer said, don't worry about it, guys, just free for all. So I said, come on, yeah, I'll do that. So I get a little intercept, and also I would note that I was really distracted talking to someone during this fight. During this fight, I was talking to someone. I was playing with the phone vertical, not horizontal. So I don't know, something about it made it work, and it was a quick fight just because, you know, it's Stark Spidey in assassin range, and Dormammu was only at 11%. So I did basically nothing there. But yeah, I'm glad I could help out where I'm needed anyway. The Dormammu would have gone down one way or another. So VNGLT, we ended up beating them. That was really fun. And don't pay no attention to the Plat 3. Like I said before, guys, these stats are all going to be recorded during the season. I am gathering data. I am a data gathering machine right now. All the fights are being recorded. The layovers are going to get updated with the common defenders. And the win-loss, the kill-death, the boss, all that, none of this counts in the off-season. So the 2 boss kills I got recently, those aren't actual boss kills. Those are just snipes. A snipe will count in the season for me. I think a boss kill, you get the kill, you get the kill. That's it. But in the off-season, I'm not counting any of that. So that is the war. Another semi-long war. I'm at 13 minutes now. It's not too bad, though. And yeah, I'm sorry for, you know, people who kind of got used to me uploading every day. That has definitely been something I'm slacking on recently. Mostly just because I'm so busy with other stuff, not YouTube stuff, more just like real life stuff. And I haven't had time to just sit down and record content. I'm also trying to burn through all these event quests. And you know, when I am playing the game, I'm like, there's no extra time for me to be playing for content creation. So I really want to get back to it. I will soon. I'll get into a rhythm. Trust me. As soon as the season starts, and as soon as the new event quest comes out, and as soon as Kabam fixes the hot phone thing, that's another big thing why I'm struggling to make content. So the phone gets so hot every time. And even with my new phone, I have an iPhone 8. The phone does heat up. It's just not nearly as bad. You can go for much longer. But then the frame rate starts dropping a lot, especially in the arena. And it's not fun. Not fun at all. So anyway, good war to you guys, VNGLT. Good war to our team, Savage Squad. And yeah, we'll see you soon in future videos. Take care.